Jimbo Limbo's back with another video. Today we got shooting guards, and tomorrow the NBA season starts. So early morning I'll have an NBA team ranking where I think every team will finish. But for now we got these shooting guards. We're gonna start her off. Austin Reaves. I think he's top 20. I do think it's a lot more LeBron making him as good as he is, like LeBron making his teammates better. No hate, I do think he's good, but I think it's a very similar case to like Caruso, where you get a good player. Like, I'm not saying Caruso's bad, but Bron makes him better. Reaves is better than Caruso though. Clay, gotta give him his flowers. He's still a top 10. I do think that this is probably his last year at top 10 though. And I do see maybe after this year he kind of just turns into a more just more catch and shoot guy. I know he already is catch and shoot, but I think his best years are definitely behind him. And I don't see him being the same Clay that he used to be. Next up, there's some guys in here that are just like duplicates. Like they're on this. I don't think they're even top 30. Norman Powell. This guy will randomly have some crazy stat line in the middle of December, and then you won't hear his name ever again. But he is around Paul George and Kawhi. He doesn't really need to do anything. He's a very good defender. Very good defender. Next is, so this is going to be Bradley Beal because I put D-Book in the point guard vid. He's a top 5. I think he's probably 4 or 5 though. And maybe 3, but he's not 1 or 2. You don't got to worry about him being 1 or 2. Beal, he did put up stats on that team. Now he's competing for that chip as a third option. What a pickup by the Suns. We got Kevin Huerter. As a Kings fan, I don't even like Huerter. I'm gonna be honest, but we have Dookie Huerter anyways. He's a hell of a 3-point shooter, but he can be really streaky, and that's what I don't like about him. Is that like he'll have some games where he doesn't miss, but then he has games where he like will lose because he is not hitting his shots, and that's a problem. Malik Monk, certified bucket. I think he's better than Kevin Huerter, but he's that spark plug off the bench. Like, he's meant to come off the bench and just light him up. Like, he's a straight bucket. He can score at will almost. KCP, he's a shooter. He's a shooter. Probably 30. He plays his role very well on a championship level team. They just won the chip. But that's all he really does. He's a knockdown, but that's all it is. And I really see a big jump here. He's going to be top 5. I think he's top 5 last year too. I don't think there's much to say. He's just getting better and better. Anthony Simons. Shaden Sharp was in the other video. He's in the small forward video. Anthony Simons, probably top 10. Dame's not there. A lot of people on the Blazers are going to get a little bit better this year. They got a lot of young talent, but everyone's going to get that much better just because Dame's not touching the ball as much. A lot more touches for the younger guys, a lot more reps. He's already a bucket. He was already a good second option. Just let him develop now. Josh Giddey. He's getting better every year. He sucks in 2K, though. Tucker, again, just a shooter, but he's on a bad team, too, so it's just like, I don't know what you want from him. Here's the thing about them. They should have made the playoffs, but they didn't. Their team sucks, but they have arguably the 2 best offensive players in the league. these guys are just certified bucket. Luka putting up crazy numbers, and Kyrie, lay God, like he nasty. Best handles of all time. They should be winning more games. They picked up a couple additions. They got Richaun Holmes now, which, Kings fan, I think he's pretty underrated. I think he'll be pretty good for him. I would like if they had a good backup with him, or if he's running the backup, I hope they need two like equal players on that team. This is a big year for Kyrie. His legacy's already pretty much cemented, but if he went out and he won another ring, he's climbing up some all-time ranks. Jalen Green, it's not that he's not good. It's the fact that the team kind of sucks, and as someone that has watched some Rockets games, they're not really playing they're playing like AUU ball almost. Like they're just ISO, let him do his thing, and then next time come down the court, let's pass it. Let him ISO ball do his thing. When this team's actually working as a team, they got shooters. It's kind of scary. Like to see him be a little bit more pass first, just a little bit. Next, we got Desmond Bane. I'm expecting a big year out of Desmond Bane. Potentially a top 10 shooting guard in the league. Almost 50, 40, 90, which is insane. Jaw's out, so he's going to be getting even more touches. Hopefully the efficiency stays. If it does, he's definitely going to be a top 10 shooting guard. Herb Jones, the biggest thing is his offense. It's lacking. Defensively, monster. He's a monster on defense. I'll put him at top 20 for now. Who has this again? I don't remember who it is, but it's the Spurs. If you're not Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, or Wemby, you're probably not in the top half of your position. And even then, Jeremy Sohan's like not all that. This is gonna be Jaylen Brown. He just got paid. Let's hope his left hand actually gets better, because this guy has one hand and he got paid. He has the biggest contract in NBA history, and he's playing with one hand. Do better, but again and again, he gets results. He's a bucket getter. He's one of the best players, best shooting guards in the league. Tyrese Maxey, I'm expecting him to be very good this year too. Offensively, he's shown again and again that he can score. He's one of the more fun players to watch. Just the way he explodes, and when he gets to the rim, how he actually can use his wingspan to finish through contact. His balance when he's in the air is crazy for a young player, and if Harden leaves, I definitely see him taking a big step forward in his progression. OG Anunoby, he might get traded, but the reason he's in trade conversations is because of how valuable he is. Someone that can defend the best player on the floor and do what he's doing with his size it's just a very valuable thing. Kind of like how Drew Holiday can defend his ass off and still give you some numbers offensively. He's not going to be the guy offensively, but he's that guy defensively. Gary Trent, there's not much to say. I don't think he'll start. You know what? I'll fix this. There's no way it's going to be Gary Trent. This is gonna be. It might be Grady Dick. I'll give him some respect. I'll give him his flowers. Put him at 20. He might change. In summer league, I didn't like what I was seeing from him. He was just kind of missing shots I feel like he should hit. And he just looked a little off. Kind of like how Zion in preseason looked a little stiff. He just kind of looked like his footing isn't quite there, but if he gets his footing and plays like he did in college, at least something like that, he definitely could be an offensive force in the league. And a really good thing for the Raptors. And I could definitely see if the Raptors decide to move on from OG Anunoby, he could fill that very well. I do think if I was a Raptors fan, I'd be pretty happy if, oh no, we traded OG Anunoby, and I mean, as long as we're getting good value, I would feel comfortable. As long as we wait maybe 25 games, let Dick get his touches in, let Dick get touched. Oh no. Let him get some of his footing in the NBA. And then maybe we put him into the starting lineup a little bit. Then we look for some more trades. But I think they should hold on to OG until we let him get his footing. Spida, I mean, he's crazy. Someone at his size shouldn't be able to do the things that he's doing. But I feel like every time I watch him play, just his explosiveness, he knows what he's doing, and he takes advantage of the defense. He's a very hard guy to guard. Zach LaVine, the team's kind of in shambles. They're kind of stuck. I do think this is the last year of the core. So either they're going to trade LaVine for sure. I don't see them really holding on to. I don't see him holding on to DeMar for consecutive years after this. I do think LaVine. I mean, if LaVine takes a jump somehow, maybe their fringe play in, maybe. But I mean, he's gonna have to go out there and hoop. Not saying he can't. He has those flashes. But he's in a good situation where people aren't really expecting much from him. They know what they've got from him, just an athletic guy that can kind of do everything, but really wants to get to the basket and finish it. But if that shot gets a little bit more natural, a little bit more shot first rather than drive first, and takes advantage of people playing a little bit more on the drive, it definitely could be a good thing, and Bulls could be scary out east. Thompson, whatever Thompson it is, I'm going to put him here. I'll fix him later. I just want to kind of put where I think guys are going to pan out, and then I'll go through, move guys up, move guys down, but I think he's roughly in that 20s. I mean, he could do it all. I think both the Thompson twins are probably the most NBA ready never mind. You can't even say that. I think they're just like Wemby, Scoot, Miller, and both the twins. They're all, to me, they feel pretty NBA ready. But these Thompson twins, I think, are going to make a big impact off rip. I think I can't even say steals of the draft because of the guys that were in front of them. But personally, I would rather have him over Miller. I don't think Brandon Miller's all that. I think I'd rather have these Thompson twins. Maybe that's crazy for me to say, but that's my hot take of the day. I think the Thompson twins are better than Brandon Miller. Sue me. Buddy Hield. I feel like we already covered Buddy Hield, so whoever's the shooting guard over there, last. Get him out of here. Beasley? Not Beasley. Is it Beasley? Yeah, that's Mark Beasley. Trash. I don't know. He's a buck, but trash. DeJounte. Defensively, I mean, who are we talking? Oh, kind of like OG, but a little bit more polished and a little bit more point guard first. That's kind of how I would put it. He's what you want OG on. Hey, so I don't know what happened here. Apparently the audio just stopped working, so I'm just gonna kind of talk over what I'm saying for the rest of this video. So I think next up it was Tyler Hero. I believe I put him. Let's see where I put him. So, Tyler Hero, I believe, is going to be like a premier shooter. I do think he's going to probably be the second highest scorer for the Heat this season. His defense definitely does lack, if he even can contribute a little bit for them. defensively, they definitely can make a even a larger jump. I do think with them losing some of their guys, they definitely do need some more people to kind of step up. Tyler Hero definitely could just step into that role. But they definitely just need him to come out and play ball. They can't have any more kind of relaxed time for Tyler Hero to settle in. They need him now if they want to chip. Jalen Suggs, not much to say about him. He's just He was supposed to be really good, but he didn't really progress as we wanted him to. And then Gary Trent. Actually, I don't think that's not Gary Trent. That's Grady Dick. We got to move him down because I don't think he's going to be as good as the Thompson twins. At least NBA ready this season. I think that's about it, though. I just kind of am filling in the rest of the shitters. But thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a good one.